Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into an important topic for anyone dealing with arthritis. We'll be discussing the top 10 foods you should avoid to help manage your symptoms better. You see, when it comes to arthritis, what you eat plays a crucial role in how you feel. Certain foods can actually trigger inflammation, making your arthritis pain and stiffness worse. So if you're ready to take control of your arthritis and start feeling your best, stick around. We're about to break down these inflammatory culprits and give you some healthier alternatives. Let's kick things off with a big one: sugar-sweetened drinks. We're talking about sodas, fruit juices, sports drinks, and those fancy coffee concoctions loaded with syrups. These sugary beverages are practically liquid inflammation. They are packed with sugar that your body doesn't need. They cause a surge in blood sugar levels, triggering the release of inflammatory messengers in your body called cytokines. And trust me, those cytokines are not your joints' friends. They can wreak havoc on your body, especially if you have arthritis. Think of it this way. Every time you sip on a sugary drink, you're basically adding fuel to the fire of inflammation, making your arthritis symptoms flare up. Now, I know it's tough to resist a refreshing drink, especially on a hot day. The temptation is real, and those sugary drinks can seem so appealing. But your joints will thank you for opting for healthier choices like water, unsweetened tea, or even infused water with fruits and herbs for a touch of natural flavor. These options not only taste great but also keep inflammation at bay. Remember, staying hydrated is crucial for overall health, including joint health. Proper hydration helps lubricate your joints and maintain their flexibility. So ditch those sugary drinks and choose beverages that quench your thirst without the inflammatory baggage. Your body will thank you in the long run. Your joints will be much happier for it. Making these small changes can lead to significant improvements in your joint health and overall well-being. Next up, let's talk about dairy and its impact on arthritis. Now, dairy products can be tricky because they contain some beneficial nutrients like calcium and vitamin D, which are essential for maintaining strong and healthy bones. However, certain dairy products, particularly those high in fat and calories, can actually contribute to inflammation, which can exacerbate arthritis symptoms. This is partly due to a type of protein they contain called casein, which some people may be sensitive to. Sensitivity to casein can lead to increased inflammation and discomfort. If you're experiencing arthritis symptoms, it might be worth experimenting with reducing your intake of high-fat dairy products like whole milk, butter, and cheese. These products can sometimes trigger or worsen inflammation. Don't worry, there are plenty of delicious and nutritious alternatives available. You don't have to give up on taste or nutrition. You can try plant-based milk options like almond milk, soy milk, or oat milk. These alternatives are not only tasty but also versatile in various recipes. They're often fortified with calcium and vitamin D, providing similar benefits without the potential inflammatory effects associated with traditional dairy products. And when it comes to cheese, explore options like goat cheese or feta cheese, which tend to be lower in casein and may be easier on your joints. Remember, it's all about finding what works best for your body. Everyone is different, so listen to your body and make choices that support your health and well-being. Let's be real, folks. Alcohol and arthritis don't mix well. While a glass of wine with dinner might seem harmless, excessive alcohol consumption can actually worsen arthritis symptoms. For starters, alcohol can interfere with certain arthritis medications, making them less effective. And that's not all. Alcohol is metabolized in the liver, producing substances that can trigger inflammation throughout the body, including your joints. Moreover, alcohol can dehydrate you, which can further aggravate joint pain and stiffness. So, if you're dealing with arthritis, it's best to limit your alcohol intake or avoid it altogether. Your joints will thank you for it. And hey, there are plenty of other ways to unwind and socialize without jeopardizing your health. Now let's talk about coffee, shall we? It's a beloved beverage for many, a morning ritual that kickstarts the day. Coffee lovers, don't worry. I'm not here to tell you to ditch your morning cup entirely. In fact, coffee can be a delightful part of your daily routine. However, moderation is key, especially when it comes to managing conditions like arthritis. Too much of a good thing can sometimes be harmful. You see, coffee contains caffeine, which can have both positive and negative effects on inflammation. It's a bit of a double-edged sword. Some studies suggest that moderate coffee consumption might actually have anti-inflammatory properties, potentially benefiting your health. However, excessive caffeine intake can have the opposite effect, potentially exacerbating inflammation in some individuals. It's all about finding the right balance. So, what's the bottom line? How do you navigate this? If you enjoy coffee, it's generally okay to consume it in moderation. up to about 400 milligrams of caffeine per day for most adults. That's roughly 4 cups of coffee. But if you notice that your arthritis symptoms worsen after drinking coffee, it might be worth cutting back or trying caffeine-free alternatives. Listen to your body and adjust accordingly. Let's talk about meat, specifically red meat and processed meats. Now, while lean protein is an essential part of a healthy diet, overconsumption of red meat and processed meats has been linked to increased inflammation in the body. This is partly due to their high content of saturated fat and advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, which are compounds that form when foods are cooked at high temperatures. If you're looking to reduce inflammation and manage your arthritis symptoms, it's a good idea to limit your intake of red meat and processed meats like bacon, sausage, and deli meats. Instead, focus on incorporating leaner protein sources into your diet, such as fish, chicken, beans, lentils, and tofu. These alternatives provide essential nutrients without the same inflammatory baggage. Now let's talk about a sneaky culprit that hides in many processed foods: added sugars. We're talking about the sugars that are added to foods during processing or preparation. These added sugars provide no nutritional value and can wreak havoc on your body, including your joints. When you consume added sugars, your blood sugar levels spike, triggering an inflammatory response. And remember those pesky cytokines we talked about earlier? Yep, added sugars promote their release, further fueling inflammation and aggravating arthritis symptoms. To reduce your intake of added sugars, be sure to read food labels carefully. Look for hidden sugars in ingredients lists, such as high fructose corn syrup, sucrose, and dextrose. And whenever possible, opt for whole, unprocessed foods that are naturally low in sugar. Let's be honest, folks. Highly processed foods are everywhere these days. They're convenient, they're often marketed as healthy, but the truth is, they can contribute to inflammation throughout the body, including your joints. Highly processed foods are typically loaded with refined carbohydrates, unhealthy fats, added sugars, and artificial ingredients. These components can disrupt your gut microbiome, trigger inflammation, and worsen arthritis symptoms. Instead of reaching for that bag of chips or that frozen dinner, opt for whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible. Think fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. These foods provide your body with the nutrients it needs to thrive without the inflammatory baggage. Now, let's talk about oils. Not all oils are created equal, and some, like vegetable oils, can actually contribute to inflammation. Vegetable oils, such as corn oil, soybean oil, and sunflower oil, are high in omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6 fatty acids are essential in moderation, an excessive intake of omega-6s relative to omega-3s can promote inflammation. To maintain a healthy balance of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids, it's important to choose your oils wisely. Opt for oils that are high in monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, such as olive oil, avocado oil, and walnut oil. These oils contain beneficial antioxidants and can help reduce inflammation. Now, let's talk about gluten. Gluten is a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye. While most people can tolerate gluten without any issues, it can be a trigger for inflammation in some individuals, particularly those with gluten sensitivity or celiac disease. If you have arthritis and suspect that gluten might be a trigger for you, it's worth talking to your doctor about getting tested. Eliminating gluten from your diet could potentially help reduce inflammation and alleviate your symptoms. Fortunately, there are plenty of delicious and nutritious gluten-free options available these days. From gluten-free breads and pastas to gluten-free snacks and desserts, you can still enjoy a wide variety of foods without the gluten. Last but not least, let's talk about salt. While we need some sodium in our diets for proper fluid balance and nerve function, excessive sodium intake can contribute to inflammation. When you consume too much salt, your body retains water, leading to bloating and increased blood pressure. This can put extra stress on your joints and worsen arthritis symptoms. To reduce your sodium intake, be mindful of food labels and choose low-sodium options whenever possible. Cook more meals at home so you can control the amount of salt added. And be sure to flavor your food with herbs, spices, and other low-sodium seasonings instead of relying on the salt shaker. Thanks for watching! If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more health tips. Let us know in the comments if there are any other topics you'd like us to cover. Take care and stay healthy.